Once again, welcome student. Today we are going to take our next chapter, that is GIS data structure. In this chapter we have to study raster data and their characteristics and vector data and their characteristics. In this video we are going to discuss about raster data and their characteristics. GIS does not store a map in any conventional sense, nor stores a particular image or a view of geographic area. Instead, a GIS stores the data from which we can draw a desired view to suit a particular purpose known as geographic data. There are two types of data in GIS: spatial data and non-spatial data, non-spatial referred as attribute data. Non-spatial data include information about features, for example, name of roads, schools, forest, etc. Population or census data for the region concerned, etc. Non-spatial or the attribute data is that qualifies the spatial data. It describes some aspect of the spatial data not specified by its geometry alone. A geographical information system essentially integrates the above two types of data and allows user to derive new data for planning. Data model: conversion of real world geographical variation into discrete object is done through data models. It represents the linkage between the real world domain of geographic data and computer representation of these features. Data models discussed here are for representing the spatial information. Data models are of two types, raster and vector. In raster type of representation of geographical data, a set of cells located by coordinate is used. Each cell is independently addressed with the value of an attribute. Each cell contains a single value and every location corresponds to a cell. One set of cells and associated value is layer. Raster models with which spatial analysis is easier and faster. Raster data models require huge volume of data to be stored. Fitness of data be limited by cell size and output is beautiful. Vector data model uses a line segment or a point represented by xy coordinates. The raster model has evolved to a model such as continuous features. A raster images comprises of collection of grids of cells, rather like a scan map or a picture. Both the vector and the raster models for storing geographic data have unique advantages and disadvantages. Modern GIS packages are able to handle both the models. Raster data model: the simplest raster data structure that consists of an array of grid cells. Each grid cell is referenced by a row and column number, and it contains a number representing the type or a value of the attribute being mapped. In raster structure, a point is represented by a single grid cell, a line by a number of neighboring cells strung out in a given direction, and area by the agglomerations of rasters are limited by the area they can be represent and also the limit of storage space. Also, the fitness of the data is limited by the cell size. Thus, the area of coverage is traded off with the resolution of the coverage. The storage problems are handled by restoring to coding such as run length coding, chain coding or block coding, etc. The limitation of raster approach lie in that if each cell is confined to a single classification, the raster model may still fail to represent adequately the transitional nature of change of some natural phenomena. Unless sampling is reduced to a microscopic level, many classes of data such as soil, sediments and vegetation are in fact a mixture of categories. So, fuzzy characteristics can be represented more effectively in a raster by a means of mixed pixels, in which the component categories are represented by measured or expected percentages of the total composition of the cell. Now we will talk about raster method advantages. There are various advantages and disadvantages of raster method. Let us see the advantages. First, it is simple data structure. Then the overlay and the combination of map data with remotely sensed data is easy in raster data model. Then various kinds of spatial analysis are easy in this method. Simulation is easy because each spatial unit has the same size and the shape. The technology is cheap and is being energetically developing. So, these are the few advantages of raster. Now, let us see some disadvantages. First one is volume of geographic data. Geographic data is having a huge volume in raster data model. So, this is one of the disadvantage. Second, the use of large cell to reduce data volumes means that the use of large cell to reduce the data volumes means phenomenologically. Then recognizable structure can be lost and there can be a serious loss of information because shape is not present, only pixels are present over here. Then crude raster maps are considerably less beautiful than map drawn with a fine lines. Network linkages are difficult to establish in raster data model, and projection transformation are time consuming unless spatial algorithm or hardwares are used. So, these are the few disadvantages of raster data model. So, today we have discussed about the data model. In that we have talked about raster data model, its advantages and disadvantages. The things which you have to keep in mind is that raster data means the data which is represented by cell or by pixels, means information is stored into that cell or pixel, and in vector data model the information is stored in the form of coordinates, xy coordinates say, or in the form of entity, point, line, polygon. In this way the data are stored. So, in our next video we will be discussing with a vector data model. Thank you.